Tanvir sir, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
How are you?
I'm fine, sir. How is you?
I am also fine. Shall we start, sir?
Yes, definitely, sir. We can.
Uh, Today's speaker, Shri Tanvir Singh, Training Manager of Spoken Tutorial Project of IIT Bombay of Punjab, Chandigarh, Himachal Pradesh, and J&K. HODs, faculty members, and my dear students. Good afternoon to all of you. I, Dinesh Gupta, Dean Academics and Center Coordinator of Spoken Tutorial Project of IIT Bombay, feel honored and privileged to welcome you all. Shri Tanvir Singh is Training Manager of IIT Bombay for Spoken Tutorial Program, fostering IT literacy through open source technology under National Mission on Education through ICT and MEICT, Ministry of Education, Government of India. He is also acting as a research associate since 2010 with Nanjing Forestry University, Nanjing, Jiangsu, China, in the field of social and environmental sustainability. His area of interest includes environmental sustainability in wireless communication, networks, and electromagnetic radiations. He has published more than 60 research papers in international journals and attended more than 10 national and international conferences. He has also conducted more than 10 national and international conferences. He is a founder president of Green Thinker Z, advocating United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs 2030, the global goals. He is a certified Microsoft innovative educator and master trainer and Apple teacher. He is certified Bakelite ambassador and trainer. He is certified National Geographic certified educator. Dear students, this will be the interactive session, and you can clear all your doubts regarding Mooc courses, how you can register on Spoken Tutorial Project of IIT Bombay portal, what will be the duration of the course, and how much will be the course fee, and how you can pay. All queries will be handled by Mr. Tanvir Singh. And one thing I would like to tell you, sir, Tanvir sir, there will be two sessions. There will be two sessions. The first session for civil and mechanical engineering students from 12:30 to 1:30, and second for CSC and electrical engineering students from 1 to 1:30 p.m. Over to Tanvir sir.
Right, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Let me share my screen. So my screen is visible. Can anyone confirm, please?
Yeah, now it is visible, sir.
Okay, that's great. So good afternoon, everyone. I'm Tanvir from IIT Bombay Spoken Tutorial. So as sir said that we will be having an interactive session where you can clear your doubts that what about the courses, their duration, their fee structure and everything. So that will be one part. But before that, I would like to share some facts and figures with you, some thoughts that why we are here today and why there is a need of Spoken Tutorial IIT Bombay, or not only Spoken Tutorial, why there is a need of ICT enabled learning. So I have some material for you, which I would like to share with you so that you will be feeling that why you are here. So we will start with some facts that how we can relate ourselves with today's ICT enabled learning technologies. So this is one slide shows that how much data is collected every minute of the day. So we all are on social media platforms. Now, since the lockdown has there, no one is going to the theaters, all are on different applications provided by different entertainment channels, YouTube and other. So you all are very much aware. So we don't have to spend a lot of time here to explain that why we are spending a lot of time on our smartphones. So you can see that Netflix users stream 6,94,444 hours of videos. Wherever YouTube users watch this much of videos, then Airbnb books this much reservations, Uber users take these rides, and Venmo users transfer this much payments. So every minute there are of lakhs or crores of transactions, and we are watching the audio videos, or you can see that graphics, or whether it is a Facebook post, or you are doing the tweets and you are sending some GIF images. So there are a lot of things that is happening. And since the COVID hit the world, after that, data hungry generation, that is we are more into the technology. So this is the one aspect that I'm showing, that we are taking technology in a bigger way. As earlier before the COVID and now after the COVID, situation has been changed, and everything is going to available on our hands, on our smartphones. So this is one thing. So when everything is coming on hand, so digital services are at our fingertips. You can order the cab through your Uber, you have the Flipkart, you have the Amazon, you would like to order something, you would like to order food or anything, clothes. So everything is there on your fingertips. Second thing is, data is never going to sleep. So if you're working at midnight, so data is with you. So definitely that's the reason we are data hungry generation. So suppose there is lockdown, we were not able to move here and there, and if all the services have been suspended, that we are not able to use the data, then how these e-learning or remote learning or self-learning, or we can say that work from home, and you can study from home, all your classes are on webinar, on online tools, that Zoom Meet, Google Meet, so nothing will be possible. So these are the three basic points that give the rise to Moocs. So now I have quoted a term, that is a Moocs. So many of you may be aware about Moocs, and not just the definition of it, but actual. So Moocs clearly says that it's a massive open online courses. They're having a no restriction on the class size. So now when you are on an online platform, when you are on a Moocs platform, it doesn't mean that in a class, in an offline class, we have 60 students or 80 students or 100 students or more than 120, 130, so on. But when you are on the Moocs platform, there is no restriction on the class size. So this is a massive open to all. It doesn't mean that if you would like to learn Python, but you are from a civil or mechanical engineering, that you can't do. So Moocs gives you the opportunity that you can jump into the any class. So you might have seen Three Idiots. So in that, he used to go to the different classes wherever his interest is. So similarly in the Moocs, so you can jump into the different classes as per your area of interest, or as per what you would like to do in the future. Then there is a use of collaborative tools. So this thing is very much important, that online learning or Moocs doesn't mean that someone is doing the presentation thing and you are learning just from the slides, whatever he has written, you are capturing, you are making the notes, and you are listening your tutor. So it's not a Moocs. You have to use some collaborative tools, so that tools will give you some hands-on practice. So that is very much important. And lastly, it is a learner-led environment. So if you want to change something in the Moocs, so it should be available. So your tutor, your like mentor should be able to make it comfortable for you, convenient for you. So that's why it is a learner-led environment. And in foreign universities from last many years, we have seen they have the Moocs courses, and we used to visit their websites to do some courses from that university. But now it is happening massively across the world. So every university, every institution, kind of a mandatory thing, they have to do this. Otherwise we are not going to survive if we only focus on the offline learning. So this is the one thing. Now this we have already discussed that MOOCs is a massive open online courses and online education system, and it aims at a large scale interactive participation of users with the help of web. And various features like videos are there, study material, quizzes, online exams, and trying to make it more efficient than a traditional education system. So this is all about MOOCs, that what is a MOOCs and why it is so much important, mainly after the COVID hit the world. So we are able to understand better that why MOOCs are necessary. So the biggest advantage of MOOCs is, suppose you are a student of civil or mechanical engineering and you have created a wonderful course. Now you would like to reach the students. The only thing is, if you would like to reach to the masses, say from 1000 students to 1 lakh students, you have to choose MOOCs platform. So here I would like to stop for a few minutes, that I'm very much sure that many of you may be watching Shark Tank India. So in that platform also, the pictures are coming. There are some edtech companies who are pitching to the sharks that they have made this application, they have made this software, they have made this website, but the only goal is to reach masses. So that is a marketing thing, that they have to bring their product to the masses so that they will have the customer and they will have the business. But if we see in the education field, if you have created a course which is going to be helpful for the students across the country or across the globe, then you have to make some structure that will help you to reach to the masses. So MOOCs is the answer for that. If you are following the strategies, if you are following the structure of MOOCs, then there are the chances that your made course will be reaching to the maximum. And so it is a time to learn about such platforms and aware your students as much as possible so that they can be benefited from world's leading MOOCs provider. Earlier, there was no access or there was a limited access. So another reason is why I have quoted about the Shark Tank India, because there was a guy from Jammu who invented 11 different things and presented to the sharks. So that was a good thing, that and it is a like proud moment for all the Jammu people, that that guy invented all the useful things and he presented at such a bigger platform. So now I in the last slide I quoted a word, that if you are following the structure of MOOCs. So here you might be thinking that we are here to learn the courses from IIT Bombay Spoken Tutorial, but we are not here to develop a course. So this I have introduced a one slide. There is no, like, there may be chance that out of all these students who are here or even faculty, and if you would like to create a course, you have something in your mind that if I create this course, that many of the students may be using those courses and will get the benefits. So that's why I have just introduced the slide, and on this we can have another webinar in some time, that how you can create a MOOCs course. And it is also applicable to the YouTubers. So when you are in the college time, many students used to have their YouTube channels and they create the videos. So there is a structure, there is a proper pattern that should be followed if you are making an entertainment video or if you are making an any educational video. So there are mainly 4 important quadrants that spoken tutorial also use to teach about the different courses. So number 1 is you should have the video tutorials, that is a must. And second thing is e-content, that is document, some web links, some website resources, etc. So that should be. And then assessment or evaluation, this is a part of an exam. And then discussion. So you should have some platform where you can put your queries and there may be some experts who will answer your queries. So these are the basically 4 important quadrants if you are going to learn MOOCs or if you are going to develop the MOOCs. So these 4 things will be in front of you. So why there is a need of MOOCs? Only I'll take a diagram from here, that earlier we were having a face-to-face learning. Now we are into the online learning. But in the future, there will be no only face-to-face learning and only online learning. So there will be a future of blended learning where you have to have some face-to-face learning, maybe some your practicals in your lab or some theory classes, and then there will be a support of online learning which will give the rise to blended learning. So the conclusion is we can't run from Moocs. We have to face the Moocs, and it is very important that you have the opportunity to learn out of your books, out of your affiliating university, out of the syllabus that you are reading, learning. So this will give you the opportunity to think out of the box and to learn out of the box. So that's the reason that there is a high need of Moocs. So now let's come to the spoken tutorial. It's an award-winning IT training program from IIT Bombay. It was started in 2011, and since then we have trained 60 lakh regular students across India in distance learning method, where they can learn from our courses. It's self-paced, it's an interactive video where you can practice on your system as well. So it's a successful IT software training program covering a wide variety of courses, imparting skills and found in the university syllabus. So this is an important thing when we are into the online learning. So we have to attend a lot of webinars, lot of lectures online. So we are not here to overburden you, but we have the courses that will be available in your university syllabus. So it will be a support that whatever you are learning, and above that it will impart the skills, because we have touched 0% of theory, we have 100% practical thing. You just start the course and you can start copying into your own system, that doing the coding or whatever the software you are learning. So you can start doing from the very first video. So with this regard, we have knowledge partner to 115 affiliating universities and state government higher education and technical education bodies nationwide. So earlier, the typical software concept was we were using the proprietary or we were using the commercial software, which we have to take the license and we have to abide by the agreement that we cannot distribute the software, we cannot gather any knowledge about its functioning, we cannot modify because it's a closed source. So the alternative is free and open source software. So this is the mission of spoken tutorial, the project we have taken from Ministry of Education, that we are promoting free and open source software. So that the main concept is not here just to use only free and open source software. Definitely you can go for the proprietary or you can go for the commercial thing. The agenda behind the free and open source software is you have to search over the internet that how this program will run, how the coding will happen. Just an example, if you are installing a software that is a commercial thing, how you install next, and then finish, and your software is installed. But it is not happening in the case of free and open source software like Linux. You have to do some coding. It can be a one-line code or it can be just a single code that you have to enter in order to install any software. So it will help you to learn something extra. It will help you to learn how program actual works, what is the coding behind that program that helps to learn to run the program, how you can change it as per the user requirement, and how you can improve the program. So basically it will give you an option to look behind the software, to look behind the program, and it will learn more. So it's just in one example that if you are going to a restaurant and they're just giving you the tables and chair that you sit here, we will serve you food and you only have to eat and then go to your place. But another thing is they are taking you to the kitchen and they are explaining you, this is how we are making the chapatis, this is how we are making the dishes, this is how we are making the drinks and all that. So they are giving you the open source of their restaurant, that you can see how the things are working and how things can be improved. But when they are not taking you to the kitchen, that how you are going to see how that restaurant is working, how you can make the changes when you don't have access to that. So this is the agenda behind that. Your learning will be increasing when you will be working on free and open source software. So there are some examples. There are some operating systems, servers, programming languages, client software, and digital content. So I'll share a video with this PPT as well, so that later on you can watch. So now another thing is, this was the one thing that why you have to learn FOSS, because there are a lot of learning opportunity. And now let's come to the reality that how many people are using and what is the benefit. So 2,600 schools in Kerala, which is close to 1.5 million, are using Linux. And 18 out of India's 30 states are either using Linux or they are running a pilot projects. And in Maharashtra, all are using Linux and LibreOffice to revamp its healthcare system in the western state of Maharashtra. And in Kerala, 100% e-governance applications are running on free and open source software. Tamil Nadu government IT department has issued order for mandatory installation of Linux in all the departments. Maharashtra government police headquarters election office, they have saved rupees 90 crore due to FOSS and has used that money to purchase the computers. So now you can see that if any student from the states like Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, and other states as well, that is 18 out of India, 30 states, if they are taking the jobs in the government sector, then they have to learn Linux. They have to maybe undergo through the 6-month rigorous training to learn Linux and to learn all the software which are running on the Linux operating system. They have to spend 3 months to 6 months, and then they will be resuming their jobs, or they will be might be learning during their jobs itself. So this is why government is also going towards a FOSS. Now, not only the government, so you will be saying we are not going into the government departments, we will be going into the private sector, into the corporate. So here are the examples. Oracle, SAP, CA, Sun Veritas, Symantec, all shipping versions of their application suited to Linux. Asian Paints, SAP, ERP, IDBI Bank, ICICI Infotech Knowledge Management application, all are running on FOSS. So one basic example is, maybe you have visited LIC office of India. There are many offices in India, and they are working on Red Hat. So they have to take the lot of training for their employees, because there are some very aged employee as well. Because when we are reaching, you are approaching some age, then your learning power becomes little low, and this software like FOSS and all that need lot of programming, coding and all things. So there was a hurdle, but they have installed Red Hat across India and and saved crores of rupees by not purchasing the license of other operating system, and they have used all this free and open source software. So you can say that banks, financial institutions, they are going to Linux. So as early as in July 2004, APJ Abdul Kalam, then President of India, and CEC Defense proposed to military to use non-proprietary software to ward off the cybersecurity threats. So security is also a feature in FOSS that you can make the changes as per your convenience. So now let's come to that why it is necessary in the college. Because when you are graduating, you should know how to write a program or code. If you are not into the programming or coding thing, still as per your department, like civil and mechanical, we have open form and we have QCAD. So for that also, you must be knowing about the software that are used in the industry, that are used when you will be graduating and going outside the world, and then you will be facing those things. And we don't have BA BCom students here, but still, yes, computer skills are very much necessary. If we talk about the digital India thing, that we should have the essential computer skills. And Moocs in the colleges, it is a mandatory thing now, and we should provide the extra employable software skills to the students. And yes, college image and rating also matters when you are using such technologies. And at some places, there are some computer software teacher shortage, and that can be overcome by the Moocs. So now let me take you to our courses. So there are some job or skill based courses. So yes, this batch is for mechanical and civil, but we will not restrict to that, because if we talk about Moocs and we are saying that anyone is having freedom to jump at all the places. So if you have interest in web development, database management, graphic and design in textile, paper, poster industry, animation industry, IT industry, and we have some courses for processing industry like detergent and pharma manufacturing plants. government or military departments, even for like data entry or desktop publishing, magazines, newspapers, newsletters. So all these fields can also be touched by your departments, even if you would like to go beyond your departments, or if you have interest for these courses. So we have one wonderful course that is LaTeX, and this is for faculty, mainly for faculty and research scholars. And even if you are thinking to build a thesis report or your final project report, you can build in LaTeX. So you don't have to worry about all the things like how you will be formatting, and there will be table of content and all that. This thing is taken care by LaTeX. So when you will watch the tutorials, you will be able to know. Then we have a Scilab, having lot of toolboxes in that. You can also go for that. So I'm basically showing our main courses which are very useful for all. Then we have a Moodle. If you are thinking to build a course and to enroll lakhs of students, then you must go for Moodle. And then we have a Python, anyone can go for it. So these are some courses. It's not a full list, but some courses. For basic IT skills in graphic and animation, we have Linux, Bash, LibreOffice. In that we have Writer, Calc, and Impress, which is equivalent to your Microsoft Word, Word, PowerPoint, and Excel. Then we have Firefox as a browser. Blender is for animation industry. GIMP and Inkscape, they are equivalent to Adobe Photoshop. KiCad, KiCad, this is for you. Then we have programming languages: C, C++, NetBeans, Java Business Application, Python, Drupal, Perl, KTurtle, and PHP MySQL. And then we have some special packages for applied sciences, for chemistry and physics. In that we have an open form, which is equivalent to your subject fluid mechanics. And we have BioPython, Cell Designer is there, LaTeX is there. So Arduino, Open Modelica. So these are lists, but if you would like to go as per your department, you can go for those courses. And if you would like to go beyond your syllabus, then we have all the courses for you. You can opt any course. We don't have any issues. Now, the main question is how to start. We have website spoken-tutorial.org. We will be creating an event for you, that Yogananda College of Engineering and Technology organizing student development program on KiCad, on OpenForm, Python, or whatever the courses you will choose, and you will convey to your respective faculty. So we will create an event. So we will send you the link. You have to follow the link, and you have to enter your details like your name. You have to select your college name, then your email ID, your phone number, and then you will select the course and the language. After that, it will take you to the payment gateway and the fees. We generally getting the surprises feedback from the students that the fees that is charged by IIT Bombay Spoken Tutorial is just rupees 236, 236 rupees, including GST. That you don't have to pay any extra tax or GST on that. It's a rupees 236 per course. So it will give you an option to Google Pay, Paytm, Phone Pay, UPI transaction, or your net banking, your debit, credit, whatever the modes you have. It will give you an option to make the payment of 236, and we will have your record that how many students have opted this course. So we will send you the mail, which will have the instruction that from this link you can download the course content, and from this link your certificate will be generated. So once you are done with the course, you can log in to our website, and there will be an option to go for the test. So once you are ready, you can go for the test, and after test you will get another certificate, that is a completion certificate. So mainly you will get two certificate. One is participation certificate without test, and another one is completion certificate, which is after the test. So two certification will be given to you from IIT Bombay Spoken Tutorial. So this is the process. It's a very simple, that you just have to follow one link, everything will be there. And if in any case I'm there, I'll share my contact details with you. So these are my contact details and my email ID. You can WhatsApp me, you can call me, and your faculty will be sharing which courses you will be taking, and then I'll share the details with you. So with this, I'm done with my presentation. Now I'm open to the questions. So you can write in the chat box. So if you have any query, you can ask, please. So anyone can start with their queries. So if you would like to understand more about the program, more about Moocs or how it will go, or if you have any kind of query, you can ask, please.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon.
I would like to know the duration of this course.
Duration?
Yes, sir. Time.
Okay, okay. So these courses are self-paced courses. Suppose you have taken QCAT, and approximately for all the courses, we have around 2 to 3 hour long video tutorials. So means there will be a 3 hour long video, and along with that, we will give you some assignments and we will give you some code files. Suppose that code with the code files that are being used by your tutor in the audio video tutorial. So the similar files will be available to you as well, so that you can run the same code files in your system and can produce the same output. So you can say that 2 to 3 hour will be your video duration, and then you will have the assignments, code files. We will also give you script, and this is totally as per your practice. You can take 5 days, you can take 10 days, you can take 15 days, because it's a self-paced. And next thing is, when you are ready to give test, then you can. So it's not a compulsion that you have to appear just after 15 days. So whenever you are free, when you feel free to go for the test, you can. So it's a completely flexible.
Sir, after getting complete the that course, there will be a certificate from your side, and on that certificate there should I think वहाँ mention होगा कि कितने time का हमने ये course किया है.
See, in that certificate, it will be written like, this is to certify that Mr. Robin Kumar has completed a course on QCAD and he has passed, he has completed also. So there will be a date of issuing of certificate, but there will be not like, because it's a flexible thing. It can't be, we don't know that you are taking 15 days, or you are just taken the 5 days and after 10 days you are giving the test. So that's why that duration will be not there. But yes, date of issuing of the certificate will be there, and your college name, your name, course name, completion, everything will be there.
Okay, sir.
Any query from any other student? If anyone have any query,
Sir,
kindly ask.
what if one fails in the test?
Pardon?
Sir, what if one fails in the test?
Can you repeat, please?
Sir, I am saying that what if the test that you are getting, one fails in that?
Okay. So in the test, there will be MCQ questions. You have to score 40% marks. So if in case you don't score 40% marks, then after a gap of 15 days, you can reattempt.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Sir, with the same fee?
No, sir, no fee will be charged. So that will be free.
Okay, thank you, thank you.
And the course content you can download, and it will remain for full life with you in your computer's folder.
Sir, will students have to join one course at a moment or more than one course?
Yeah, you can go for more than one as well. So no issues. You can take any number of courses.
And for per number of courses, we have to pay the same fee or?
Yes, the fees is same, like 236 per course. You can take any number of courses.
Okay.
Is the content accessible from anywhere in the mobile? Can we watch it on mobile?
See, we recommend to use computer. The reason is, like, when you are watching the tutorials, so there will be some questions in the tutorial itself, like you go to your system and do some exercise. So in that case, you have to skip that part if you are learning on your mobile phone. So this is the reason we recommend that you go to your system and then watch the tutorial, and you can do the side by side practice also. which is not possible in mobile. Otherwise, it will be like watching a movie only if you're not practicing side by side.
Sir, can we do it on our PCs which are at home?
Pardon?
Sir, can we do it from home or we have to go
Yes,
to
yes, yes.
college?
You can access from anywhere. So that's not an issue. You can give the test from your home also.
Thank you, sir.
Because we trust
Tan-
you.
Tanvir sir, I have one question.
Yeah.
Is the data is accessible to the college? How many students have registered and how many?
We will give you, sir. We will give you.
Okay, okay. Thank you very much.
We can also form a WhatsApp group, sir, as per your like convenience. Or if anyone is having any query, they can WhatsApp me, they can call me, or we can also create a WhatsApp group where they can put their queries. So all yours. I am completely fine with everything.
Okay, sir. It is better. We can found the WhatsApp group because we have departmental coordinators as well, and we can add department coordinators as well as HODs
Right,
of different
definitely, sir,
departments.
definitely. So maybe while doing the registration, they may have some errors or something like that.
Yeah.
So they can put in the WhatsApp group, and it will be useful for all.
Okay, okay, sir. Can we add students in that group, or the student group will be different and faculty group will
Sir,
be different?
as per you only, no issues
Okay,
with
okay,
me.
sir. Okay, okay, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Sir, this MOOCs course has a credit points or it does not have a credit pointers? In our syllabus, we have 2 credit points course.
So this will be coordinated by your college only, because at all the different colleges, universities having different structure. So we consider that our one course offers 1 credit, because we say that our course can be completed in 15 hours using all the assignments and code files. So generally 15 hours make 1 credit. So we say that our one course gives you 1 credit, but it will be as per your college choice or decision what they have decided.
Yes, sir, but actually we have 2 credit pointers. Actually, we have to see the CGPA at the last. Then we have to do 2 courses.
Yeah.
For 2
So
credit points.
Dinesh, this thing will be decided by from your end only, because we have
Yes.
generally 15 hours for 1 course, that is 1 credit, but we don't write on certificate. But yes, if you need on a letterhead that we are offering this much of hours and we consider it for 1 credit, that can be happen, but it will be not reflected on the certificate. This is a standard certificate approved by ministry.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah.
No issue. Any other question from other students?
Sir, from where we can register for this course?
Yeah, once the group will be formed, I'll send you the links and all the instructions in that group.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, because we first create an event for your college on our website where your students only can go for those courses.
Sir, second batch students have also joined. The students of CSC and electrical have also joined.
Okay.
Students, you can also ask your queries. And students of mechanical and CSC, they can leave if they don't have any query for. They can leave.
Mechanical and civil, sir.
Civil and mechanical students can leave.
Students of mechanical and civil, they can leave, and other students of electrical and CSC, they are joining, so you can leave. If someone has any query, they can ask sir, otherwise they can leave. Student of civil and mechanical, CSC and electrical, remain there.
Tanvir sir, shall we start the session for CSC and electrical
Yes,
students?
yes, definitely, sir.
Dear students, good afternoon to all of you. I, Dinesh Gupta, Dean Academics and Center Coordinator of Spoken Tutorial Project of IIT Bombay, feel honored and privileged to welcome you all. Dear students, I will brief you about Shri Er.Tanvir Singh. He is a training manager of IIT Bombay for Spoken Tutorial Program for J&K, Himachal Pradesh, Punjab and Chandigarh. He has fostering IT literacy through open source technology under National Mission on Education through ICT, NMEICT, Ministry of Education, Government of India. He is also acting as a research associate since 2010 with Nanjing Forestry University, Nanjing, Jiangsu, China, in the field of social and environmental sustainability. His area of interest includes environmental sustainability in wireless communication, networks, and electromagnetic radiations. He has published more than 60 such papers in international journals and conferences and conducted more than 10 international and national research conferences. He is a founder, president of Green Thinkers that advocating United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs 2030, the global goals. He is a certified Microsoft Innovative Educator and Master Trainer and Apple teacher. He is certified Bakelite Ambassador and Trainer. He is certified National Geographic Certified Educator. Now I would like to hand over to Shri Tanvir Singh. Kindly, sir, brief them about the course and how they can join and what are the courses, and that's all. Over to Tanvir, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. So welcome all. I'm Tanvir from IIT Bombay Spoken Tutorial. So today we will learn about what courses are being offered by Spoken Tutorial IIT Bombay and how they are going to help you in your coming future. So before that, I will run some slides before you so that you will be able to know that why it is important and why we are here. So you all know, once the COVID hit the country, hit the world, so we are more into the data. We are more consuming the data. So you can see some facts and figures that how Netflix users stream 694,444 hours of video. Similarly, with the YouTube, they are watching this much videos. Airbnb bookings, Uber rides, and Vinoma users having these much payments. So you yourself can see that how frequently you are using your smartphones to order something, to pay for something. So everything is happening on your smartphones and you are using a lot of data. I remember that when we are having only 1 GB data available for 1 month, and we use that and we were satisfied in that. But now we are consuming 3 GB to 4 GB per day. So this is a huge difference, and it is like increased as manifold after we are hit by a pandemic. So this is the one reason why we are focusing today on Moocs. That will come into the later slides. But yes, because everything is coming on the technology, everything is coming on our smartphones. So digital services are at our fingertips. So everything you would like to order, food, your ride, your clothes, your anything, your home decor and everything, you are using your smartphones. Data never sleeps. You are working at midnight, you are using the data. And yes, we are data hungry generations. And if in case of lockdown, we were not having that access to have the remote learnings, online learning, work from home, study from home, so it will be very difficult for us to survive and to continue our studies. So this is the reason there is a rise of Moocs, that is massive open online courses. So we have the computer science and electrical students. So you are very much aware about what the Moocs and what exactly the technology behind that taking all the students on one platform, taking all the learners on one platform, and to give them some collaborative tools, some hands-on tools where they can practice and they can learn any course. So in case of Moocs, there is no restriction on class size. You can train 1 lakh, 10 lakh, 1 crore learners through your application, mobile application, or your any online platform where you would like to interact with your learners. And yes, it is open to all. If you are a computer science student and would like to go for some mechanical course, for some electrical course, or electrical wale CSC mein aana chahte hain, they can do that. So everything is open to you. You can join any course, any Moocs. There is no restriction. And then it is a learner-led environment as per your thoughts, as per your convenience. You can choose the timings, you can choose the duration, you can choose the course, you can choose the course content. So everything is learner-led environment. So this is the reason there is a rise of Moocs, and we are here today to give you the Moocs. So this we have already discussed that anyone can enroll into any courses. And yes, this is the main agenda behind it, that we can reach to masses, say 1000 students can reach to 1 lakh student. So for mechanical and civil, I have given example of Shark Tank India program that is running nationwide, and it is getting a lot of praises. So I have seen a lot of people coming pitches, they are pitching to reach to the masses. So that thing is a marketing thing that they want that all the customers, all the household, everything will be using their products. But here we want to reach maximum students to teach our courses. So you are from CSC and electrical, and if you would like to develop, suppose CSC वालों ने कोई app बनाई है and electrical would like to have some products, and you would like to reach to the masses, and you would like to train people that how to use your product or how they can learn from your any development, then you have to take the help of Moocs platforms where you can reach to 1 lakh students, wherein you can teach offline only 1000 students at a time, or 1000 is a very big number. You can train 100 or 200 students at a time if you're doing an offline thing. So now we have access to all these, and this is mainly for you that if you are looking to make some product which will be your app development or anything related to Moocs, that you should have a video tutorial for that. You should have a e-content, some documents, web resources, any website, supporting website wherein your learners can learn a lot about it, assessment and evaluation, that is an exam thing, and then discussion where people can discuss, where people can throw their queries. So why I have put this slide is because in spoken tutorial, we follow these 4 quadrants, that we will give you audio video tutorials, we will give you assignments where you can learn more, we will give you the code files that are being used by the tutor in audio video tutorial, we will have an assessment and evaluation, that is an online assessment test we have, and we have a discussion forum also. If you are learning on your own and you come to some queries, then you can put your queries in our discussion forum where we have a team of expert people. They will answer your queries or your errors. So these are the 4 main quadrants which will help you to develop the Moocs courses. And then now come to spoken tutorial. We started in 2011, and in 11 years we have trained more than 60 lakh regular students across India in distance learning method. And these are the courses which will help you to like develop the skills and found in the university syllabus. So this is not going to overburden you if you are taking only your syllabus courses. And yes, it will help you to enhance your IT skills because we are working only on practical thing. We are not here to teach you about the theory. We are here to teach you practical only. From the very first module, very first tutorial, you can start your practice. You can start replicating the same code files into your own system. And earlier, you all know that typical software concept was a proprietary software. You have to purchase a license. If you're going commercial, you have to abide by the agreement. You can't distribute, you can't gather information about its functioning. You cannot modify it as per your requirement. So what is the alternative? It's a FOSS, that is free and open source software. One thing is it is free, that you don't have to pay anything. Another thing is it's a freedom and open source, that you can see how the program is running. Like I gave one example here, that if you're going to restaurant and they are giving you only food to eat, so you eat the food and you go back to your place. But if they take you to the kitchen and show you how this soup they have prepared, how they have preparing chapatis, and how they have prepared all this dals and sabji, so you will be able to know how they cook, and then you will have the opportunity to improve their process. So in case of free and open source software, when you have access to improve the things, to learn the things, in that case, you learn better. So we are not saying that you stop using what you are doing, but yes, if you would like to enhance your skills, if you would like to know or develop some things, which is in case of software, then you have to work on free and open source software. Then we have some FOSS examples: operating systems, servers, programming languages are there, client software is there, and digital content is there. Now let us talk about the reality, that here we are saying you use FOSS, but where it is actually being used. So in Kerala, close to 2600 schools, they are using Linux. 18 out of India's 30 states are either using Linux or having pilot projects. In Maharashtra, for their healthcare system, they are using Linux and LibreOffice. In Kerala, 100% e-governance applications are running on open source software. Tamil Nadu issued order mandatory installation for Linux in all their departments. Maharashtra Police Headquarters, election offices, they have saved rupees 90 crore because they have don't purchase license, and that money they have used to purchase more computers. So you can build more infrastructure, more computers purchase you can do. So with that money. So if in these states, students are going to have the government jobs and they are going to absorb by these departments, they have to learn Linux and all other open source software which are running on Linux. So here in your college, we are giving you an opportunity to learn these software so that you are ready for your outside world. So if you say I'm not going to go into the government department, so here is an example that corporate world is also going towards free and open source software. So there are some examples like Oracle, SAP, CA, Sun Veritas, Asian Paints, banks and financial institutions, FMCGs, Hindustan Petroleum, LIC, Bombay Dyeing, IBM, ICICI Infotech. They are all into your free and open source software. So whether you are going to the government sector or you are going to any SMEs, MSMEs or corporate India, they are waiting to have you on board for free and open source software because there are much benefits, there are much learning, and yes, they can build infrastructure by not going towards commercial softwares. So this is for you that if you are a graduating student, you should be able to write a program or code. I remember during our vivas and all that, we were able to write only that program that we have studied in our that duration of courses, whatever the degree we have. But if we were asked to write a program and we have not studied it, so it is a very difficult task for us to do. But yes, now you can see that even I was watching on Shark Tank, they are saying that if you would like to reach maximum people, you would like to enhance your business, you would like to scale your business, you have to use the technology. You have to build some applications, mobile applications, your websites. So it doesn't matter you are from CSC, mechanical, civil, or you are from electrical, electronics. You have to have some technology in your any profession. If you would like to reach to the masses, if you would like to scale your business or scale your any work, your job, anything. So we should have the essential computer skills. Moocs is there. Yes, extra employable software skills we should have. And this is for college, that college improve their ratings and image in the area. And at some places we have trained computer software teacher X shortage. So that can be overcome by use of Moocs. So because Moocs are having some experts that are there to teach you the courses. Then let me take you to some courses. So we have Office Suite, that is Writer, Calc, and Impress. Like in Microsoft, we have Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. There are many programming languages: C, C++, Java, Linux, Python. In other slides, we have more. So we have Scilab, PHP, MySQL, and some other specialized software. So if we talk about the jobs and skill-based courses, if you would like to go into the web developer, database management, graphic and design in textile, animation industry, IT industry, processing industry, even we have courses for detergent and pharma manufacturing plants. Then in government, military departments, e-governance, they are doing on FOSS, for data entry, desktop publishing, magazine and newspaper. So for all these areas, all these industries, we have free and open source software for you. So let me take you this list. So this is not a full list. We have around 75 courses. So we have categorized, like we have one basic IT skill, graphic and animation. If you are just starting the IT field and you would like to learn operating system, browser, how it works, then we have GIMP and Inkscape, which are equivalent to your Adobe Photoshop. We have Blender for animation industry. QCAD is for mechanical guys. Then we have programming languages, web development, and database management. In this, we have many programming languages. Then we have some specialty packages for applied sciences. We have OSCAD for PCB designing, JMOL application, Ascent, OpenForm is again for mechanical. Then Scilab, it can be used by electrical students. And then LaTeX is for all. If you would like to prepare any project report or you are going for a thesis thing in the future, then you can definitely write your whole report in LaTeX. And it is well accepted by all the reputed journals, publishers, and organizations. So now the question is how to start, wherein you can start putting your queries. So we will create an event on our website, spoken-tutorial.org. Your teachers will be telling us which courses you would like to take. According to that, we will create a links. You just have to follow the link, go to that link, fill your details, your name, email ID, phone number, your college name, and select the course that you would like to choose. And then there is a fees that is rupees 236, 236 rupees, including GST, no other tax, no other hidden cost in that. So just 236 rupees per course. You can take any number of courses. You can go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as per your interest. And then it will take you to the payment gateway where you will be giving an option of Paytm, Google Pay, Phone Pay, your net banking, credit, debit, and all the details will be there. You can make the payment. We will receive your entry. We will send you an email with the course material that from where you can download your participation certificate. We will also give you the link where you can give your test. So test can happen anytime. It is as per you only. If you would like to go for after 10 days, 15 days, 20 days. So once you are ready to give the test, you can apply. And then after test getting 40% marks, your completion certificate will be generated. So basically you will have the two certification. One is participation certificate without the test, and second one is completion certificate after scoring 40% marks. So MCQ questions will be there, no negative marking, 3 wrong answer, 1 correct answer. So this will be the process. So you can have my number and email ID. We will also create a WhatsApp group where we will share all the links to apply, instructions, and if you encounter any error, any query, you can put in the WhatsApp group, or you can ask here as well. So you can write in the chat box, or you can directly speak, so we can resolve. So this is from my end about the spoken tutorial, the courses we have. We will also share a PPT with you and the list of the courses in that WhatsApp group, from where you can see what courses can be suited to you. So all yours now, you can ask your queries. Anyone regarding the program, regarding Moocs, courses, duration, anything? If you have anything in your mind, you can ask now.
Good afternoon, sir. In which month these courses will be start?
We will be starting in February only, maybe in coming week or next week. Once the course names are decided, or once the links have been generated, we will share in WhatsApp group. So in this week or next week maximum, we will roll out.
Sir, after the completion of the test, how much days it will take to generate a certificate?
Next day.
Okay, sir. If one student fails in the test, so what is the next criteria?
After 15 days, you can reattempt. If you are failed to get the 40%, so with a gap of 15 days, you can go for the retest. So there will be no fees for that.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Students, you can ask the questions, any queries.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Could you please reiterate the duration of the course?
Yeah. So all courses are self-paced courses. As an average, we have a course video duration of 2 hours to 3 hours. Suppose there is a Python course and we have 3 hour or 4 hour video duration. And along with that, we have some questions embedded in the video itself. Assignments are there, code files are there. So it's not like that you will sit at 1 p.m. and at 4 p.m. you will be done with your course. So along with the practice assignments, code files, it will take around 10 to 15 days to complete one course. If you would like to be an expert for all the modules that we have shared. So you can assume that 10 to 15 days you will need to complete all the assignments, code files, and the duration and all the course videos. So after that, you can go for the test. And if you are like, if you are already aware about the Python and you know, then in that case, you can like take 5 days or even after 2 days, you can go for the test. There are some chances like when students are aware about all the modules, they directly jump in for the test. So that thing is also possible.
Sir, can you share the image of certificate which you issue?
Yeah, I will post in the WhatsApp group both the certificates, participation and completion.
Okay, sir.
CSC students, they can ask questions or any query they can ask.
And one thing I want to tell you, students, that we are going to formulate one WhatsApp group which consists of all the students of all the branches. And you can also put forward your queries in that group also.
So it may be the case that once I share all the links in WhatsApp group, you have any query that which course you would like to go, or there are some runtime errors. So you can post the screenshot in the WhatsApp group. So it may be helpful for all the other students as well.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, in case one stuck somewhere or one needs assistance in something, is there any option for assistance?
Yeah,
Like to
ma'am,
ask?
we have a discussion forum on our website where you can attach the screenshot if you have any error, or if you don't have any screenshot, you can just write your query that I'm doing this programming and I got stuck at this point. Please help me. So we have an expert team behind the discussion forum. So in a we claim that in a 1 or maximum 2 days, your query will be resolved.
Sir, I think they don't have any question now because they can put forward their questions on a WhatsApp
Yes.
group as well.
Right.
We are going to form. Shall we close the session now?
Yeah, yes, sir. Yeah. They
Thank
can
you very much.
anyways put on the WhatsApp group, so no issues.
Thank you very much, sir, for your wonderful session.
Thank you, sir. Thank
Thanks
you all.
one and all present. Okay, sir.